All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the pre-market prep. Welcome to actually engineering the markets. This morning, without the engineer himself, as he is not feeling well. So, I think someone was mentioning that we're making a lot of noise over in our YouTube chat, probably possibly waking up their kids. Well, if you didn't, hopefully I did with that intro there. So, good morning, guys. Welcome. So we don't have Jarad today. He's not feeling well, but we will get started early and let's go over some of the stuff that happened yesterday. So we'll take a deeper look into that. I cannot do the analysis as Jarad does. He is just amazing at what he does. But we'll take the time to start up a little slow this morning. If you guys have any questions, throw them out to me. We'll definitely can answer those. And I'm just going to go over what we had yesterday. We'll have time to go through everything on our main list, and also we'll do the stuff that's on our secondary list as well. So let's get to that. First, let me see if my thing is linked over here. Let's do that first. Trade ideas, link that up, and we will get going. So right over here, the montage, and it should be click here, shift. Nope, I did that wrong. At link, shift over where you want it, and there it is. Okay, perfect. So now if I click here, this will easily transmit to our montage. Okay, very good. All right, here it is. Yeah, it's yeah, I know it's cold and rainy over here today, so I definitely gotta. That's why I got a sweater on. All right, guys, let's start with Apple. Apple yesterday. So first of all, before we do anything, let's look at the market. Right, we had the SPY yesterday start off a little bit rough. So did the Qs. If we look here into our 5 minute, just every candle, guys, just overlapping the previous candle. It was a rough start for the entire first part of the day, almost right until about 11, right? And this translated into a lot of stocks where just you did not get that great continuation. When the market is trending nicely, which you see later around 11, right? We finally break out of this range and we get a beautiful trending play here. Stocks trade better during this type of market activity. So again, at the start, you saw this on the SPY, and you also saw this on the Qs. If you guys were trading at that time, you saw just how choppy this thing was between 9:30. It seems to be like 11 or so. Then it finally got going. You start to see some beautiful trends playing out here in the market. So a lot of stocks in the morning, starting with Apple, had a rough time, right? Just because of that, because a lot of stocks that are big like Apple, Nvidia, and those other ones are going to have a rough time if the market is not doing anything that they like, or if they don't, and especially if they don't have their own independent catalyst, right? Yes, guys, happy Friday. And then here you see the choppiness after 11. You finally get this move going here, right, on Apple. So that traded very nice, hitting 144, guys. Apple is really on fire, and we're going to talk about that today. It probably will be on our watch list for sure already at 490. And I just want to look at their daily since we got time to go over some of these things. Look at their daily here, guys. Just continue to be very, very strong. Even on yesterday, they gapped down huge and they were able to recover quite a bit of that. A lot of stocks did that once the market got going. So this is looking very, very good on the daily, guys. Looking forward to see if we can start breaking some or nearing some all-time highs here. All-time highs sitting. I don't think we break it here. This was 2 days ago. Did we get to it? What's the exact all-time high on Apple? Somebody could pull that up. I don't have it handy, but we might have just maybe skinned it here a little bit 2 days ago. 145.09. All right, so did we get to it? If we click on over here, I don't maybe. No, it doesn't look like we did. So 145.09 all-time highs, guys. Again, we're just right on there, and this stock is very, very strong. So that was Apple yesterday. Let's take a look at AMD this morning and what it did yesterday as well. Let's go to our 5 minute here. And here we go. So our 5 minute, if we zoom in here, there it is. Again, same situation, guys. Now, AMD has been also very strong. We'll look at their daily as well. Over here, guys, is very choppy. Now, unlike Apple and some other stocks, they did not get going after 11. After the SPY and the Q started trending here, they did not move up. I'm not sure if it's because they had this initial pop here instead of just going sideways from the beginning, and maybe that amounted for some of that, but they did not get going. They're very choppy sideways action here on AMD. This morning they got decent volume so far. Their daily also has been very, very nice. Took a huge hit 2 days ago here, but again, another stock that we're going to be watching quite a bit, because AMD the last couple of weeks, as you can see, has been trading very, very clean, very nice, and very strong. So again, yes, it's just a whole lot of chop, guys, starting out in the morning there, as you can see on AMD. Here's CCL. Now, CCL was nice. Their daily, just I have it up already, very, very weak over the last couple of weeks here. Just it continues to drop, coming down to this moving average. Is that the 200? I don't think it is a 200. So 200 on the daily. So maybe it's finding some support there. But again, this stock just taking a hit as well as some of the travel companies like American Airlines. No Jared today. Holy fug. Hopefully I said that right. No engineer this morning for engineering the market show, so I will be covering for him, and we'll have him back on Monday. So here's a CCL, guys. Again, this one actually traded very well after about half hour. So they get a nice pop going here, hit the high of the day, and it continued nicely. So you did not see that kind of consolidation like you saw in the choppiness on other stocks. In here in mid morning, you did get a little bit sideways action, but aside from that, traded very well. You saw Thor take advantage of CCL. He just loves trading that stock. That he does very well with that CCL. He knows how it moves. He knows how the characteristic and the way it behaves. Here's Neo, choppy start at the market open as well, so it kind of went sideways a little bit here, but it did that very quickly, and then it traded actually pretty decent, guys, breaking from the highs of the day here, getting above the moving averages, and just trending nicely. He got a beautiful continuation. Does come back down right to the VWAP. Nice. Entry for to add to your position if you're long in this already, and then right back up towards the high of the day. So also nice, beautiful ABCD pattern as well, which Eamon is amazing at these. He sent me some samples of his stuff or some of the stuff we're putting together, and that again he does this quite a bit, man. This ABCD pattern, very nice in there for Neo. PLTR also was okay. Let me look at the daily here, zoom out a little bit. So again, the daily also dropping quite a bit here, finding some support around 20 or so. There was that the 200 as well. Yeah, so they did below the 200, I believe here. No, is that the 200? Yeah, it is. That's the 200. So they did quite below it, above it now here in the pre-market, but also pretty similar to Neo, guys. They got going pretty early, and then again, just this sideways action. You just didn't get a lot of continuation yesterday, so it was a rough day for the markets yesterday. We didn't get a lot of clean stuff. Some of our secondary, I was watching Apple yesterday. Again, very similar to CCL. You're getting this little bit congestion here, and then you get the breakout, and again, more consolidation happening here right before 11. And then after 11, you got this here because the market started moving higher, right? So after 11, you saw that with the SPY and the Q. QFIN, reason why I took this off my list, it is just nasty, and it was just like that yesterday. Just, again, completely choppy. In this right here, although this looks good now, guys, you're dropping from 27 down to 25. That really was not clean. I was watching the price action on this, so this just didn't look good. Again, don't get fooled by the way it looks now. And then it's just lost volume completely, and it was just pure garbage yesterday on QFIN. PLTR we looked at already. Oxy, I didn't look at Oxy trade. Let's take a look at it now. You got a small movement up here, but again, didn't really hit the scanners or anything, so wasn't paying attention to that. We have Plug, which I actually like. So Plug, again, a lot of this sideways action as well here on Plug, so not a great trader. Tiger I don't usually look at, and yesterday they didn't trade very well neither. But again, I won't pin this against them because a lot of stocks did not trade well yesterday because of the market, right? So same thing with Workhorse, and one initial pop here, very similar to AMD, right? You got this one initial pop and then just this kind of a sideways action here. Now the low floats, the only one that was worth watching yesterday was CAR-V. Now, CAR-V, again, this reminded us a little bit of what Newegg did about 2 days ago. We just had this continuous run up and just halting every 5 minutes, right? These are all halts right in here. I don't know if this was another one. I believe it was, but definitely here halted again. And then here's the scary part, guys, when you get halted on the way down. This is where you want to be very, very careful. After the first two halts, usually the third one is not great. Now, this third one actually continues, so that's nice. But then here, you're just pushing your luck, So just be very, very careful with this type of thing. It sucks, though, man, to see this moving up and you're just watching on the sidelines and not part of something that went from 16 to 40. But you got to control that emotion, because the minute you start chasing something, this is when things go really, really bad. You can see here this thing halts at 35, right? And this is the scary thing about these lower flow stocks. So halts at 35, 33, 75, and we're opening up down here at 27, right? If I'm reading that right. So that is a huge drop there. You want to be very, very careful. The few people that traded this yesterday did very well. They got in around 17, 16. And they took very small shares, right? You don't need to take a whole lot of shares to make some good money on a stock like this one. All right, so that is what we had yesterday, guys. We have some time, so any questions, anything we can answer for you guys today? Amir, we're not starting earlier. We're starting at the same time. It's just that Jarad is not is not here for engineering the market, so I am covering for him. So if you guys have any questions before we get to our regular programming at 8:30, we could take care of some of that now, or anything you want us to start looking at very early this morning. Thoughts on BA? All right, let's take a look at BA. BA had a nice pop. This is last night. All right, we got time to pull up Benzinga and see what's going on with BA. Did they have earnings last night? BA. BA. I don't see any news on BA this morning. Nothing this morning. Do we have anything late last night on BA? Oh, here we go. Exclusive Boeing spokesman tells Benzinga following approval for the FAA and other regulators of resumed commercial operations. We have been working with other regulators, right? What does that mean? Okay, here we go. Response to the report test for the 737 MAX. Okay, so they got some, looks like some positive news there. So that could be interesting today on on BA. So that's good for them. Got a nice little pop here this morning. And not a whole lot, actually 88,000 shares traded for this time. Is already only 813. That's actually pretty good for BA. So yeah, I think that's gonna be in play today for sure. We can start building our list now. We could review it later. We're not gonna go through our, I did it the old way. Forgot to highlight everything and hit Control X. That's okay. Yeah, we could look at BA. I'll add it as a paso for now, just to see where it goes. All right, anything else we have with news? Let's try to focus on stuff that has a catalyst, and then we'll see if we can get going. No, it's not snowing here, but man, it is pouring nonstop. And I actually woke up very cold this morning, so I got my sweater on today. All right, what else we have going on here? GALT. Let's take a look at that. GALT. All right, starting to get going here very, very early from $2.85 already up to as high as $4.89. So let's take a look at GLT for some pre-market action. We're looking at 41 million shares flow, so not bad. Not a low flow stock. Let's check if there's any news, any catalysts on this. Let's see what we got going on here. GALT. All right, what do we have? So GLAT, we are doing some therapeutics report top line results from phase 1 trial extension of whatever that medicine is in combo with Keytruda in advance. All right, so they got some phase 1 trials that are looking pretty good for head and neck cancer. So that's always good news. That's from news from the FDA. That's very nice. All right, so this is good. And it's not a low flow stock. This is looking real nice this morning. Anyone trading this pre-market yet? Is there any traders, heavy traders in the pre-market that get up early to trade the pre-market very actively? Do we have a lot of that going on? Yes, you did. All right, yes, Peter. Okay, cool. Ella, all right, nice. All right, so I get up at 4 a.m. Eastern time to start checking. Yeah, that's commitment right there. Absolutely. I'm up early, but I suck so bad at the pre-market. I don't touch it. It's just horrible. So this one is moving, guys. I put it here as a low flow, but it's really not a low flow. We'll put it up here as a stock in play with actually a great catalyst. So we'll see how that goes. It's moving very early right now, 3.6. All right, any other ones like that? What else do we have? That's GALT. They got some news on there, which is good. Phase 1, and I think phase 1 and phase 3 are like the big ones, I believe, right? Anytime you get some of that, it's going to definitely take off. So that's pretty good. All right, and by the way, for those over on YouTube, if you don't know, we open our chat room at 7:30 in the morning. And Chris, MC, I agree with you. There is a BBT pre-market team. I just don't know how active they were actually taking trades, but looks like a lot of people are taking trades in the pre-market, which is nice. DD still in play. Now DDs could be wild. Anything? Well, there's a recent IPO, so they don't just have any news at the moment, right? I'm just gonna check anyways because we have time. So let's check on what we have going on here with. Let me move this over here, just resizing some things here, making my life a little easier. There we go. All right, Benzinga, DD, what do we have? Nothing new on it. I got some stuff from yesterday. Reports of the U.S. senators have called on U.S. securities regulators to investigate. They're investigating this IPO. What are they investigating? It's just opened up. MCI confirms it will proceed with an additional investigation of DD Global. Okay, so That's not good. You just opened up and you're already getting investigated. That is not a good sign. Um, so we'll see what's going on there. All right. So I don't know if it's really in play, guys. We do have shares for sure. It will be interesting though to see why this thing is being investigated already. It just opened up what 8 days ago, looks like. So again, great value 1.4. Yeah, I think it's worth watching. What is the float on DD, by the way? What do we have? If we even have it, is a recent IPO. Yes, so I figure we wouldn't have it. Someone can check us Finviz, see if we have something there. I'm going to put it as a possible for now. Let's see where it goes. Carlos, why do some brokers allow us to trade pre-market and others don't? Example, Robinhood does not. I don't know the official answer to that, Rena, but I'll tell you this: it's got to be with controlling, risk. It's got to be with that because what happens is in the pre-market there's no halts, there's no it's a lot of stuff that doesn't go on in the pre-market, and a broker like Robinhood, who I know does a lot of internalization trading, right? That means that they're trading with, instead of saying to the market, they might be doing things themselves and selling volume and this and that and selling shares, selling order flow. That could create havoc for them if some of these traders get stuck in the wrong side of things, and it could just create a massive problem for their risk management. So that's why probably what they do it. Other brokers like Interactive Brokers doesn't do that. CMEG does that. CMEG also doesn't allow you to trade. I think it's around before 7:30 or 7 a.m. or 8:30, something like that. They got an hour you cannot trade before that. So yeah, it's to control their risk. Now other big brokers like IB and all those guys, they'll let you do, whatever you want. They're big established firms here. All right, so what else? So Carlos, mRNA is beginning to test the nRNA techniques developed for COVID to use for the flu. All right, how they're doing today? mRNA had a nice pop yesterday. Did trade very well. I find mRNA a little harder to trade, guys. This is definitely not an easy stock, and it gets worse as it gets higher price. So again, not a whole lot going on, but that could be interesting. Their daily, obviously a great day yesterday, guys. Nice comeback here after dropping the day before, and now you're sitting up against this area of resistance around 240, and you have another one all the way up here around, what is that, 245. So that could be interesting. But again, I just don't find this a good intraday trading stock. So all right, so they open at 7:30 on CMEC. Yeah, I figured that they have some limits. Any iffy broker is gonna do that, right? So they're gonna have some restrictions to protect themselves on the risk they're putting out there. CarV starting to warm up. I think CarV was insane yesterday. What we have going on today? Yeah, I think this is gonna be hot today. One more time. Now CarV. Let's remind ourselves, or let me remind myself. What is the news on CarV again? This is yesterday they had what they had a capital filing. This that was late in the afternoon yesterday. What is the news on this one? I'm checking Benzinga here. It got halted a couple of times, so that's listed on there. Benzinga is nice, guys. It'll tell you when it gets halted, and it'll tell you when it's about to resume. Although you can see that from our our monitors as well. But this is nice too. It kind of tells you every time it halts here. All right, cool. So yeah, I think this is going to be in play today, guys. Again, CarV. So I'll put it here as the low flow of the day. Already very, very active with 2.5, right? And again, as high as 40, right back down. It closed at 22, so it did drop quite a bit. But again, they're gapping up another 26% this morning, so that could be very, very nice. All right, what else? TBLT. I see that on both chats here. TBLT. Let's take a look. More of a penny stock, and I seen this ticker before. I kind of remember this ticker. It doesn't, it doesn't trade well. These penny stocks, you got to be very, very, very careful with, guys. I just don't, they're very difficult to trade. They trade it's a whole different environment. This thing got 14 million shares traded, right? So just be mindful on that. I won't be looking at that, of course. I won't be looking at penny stocks. It's just a whole different animal. So that's my take on TBLT. But I agree, rubber toe, if this is something you're good at, right? If you find a strategy that works well with this, by all means, go for it. Now you're looking for a break of 120. Yeah, that is, if you can, absolutely. Neo is good. Yeah, we'll be watching Neo today. I think it's one of these stocks like AMD, Apple that is just trading so well. Look at how the candles have been. Even on the way down, you're getting some good movement out of this, right? You're not stuck within a range like you were a few days ago. This is what you want to see in a stock, right? So that's nice. Even though some of it is towards the downside, it doesn't matter for us, right? We can trade it both ways. Very liquid, great volume every single time. So I think Neo is going to be on our watch list quite a bit here. So we'll add that on later on in the day. What else do we have here, guys, over on YouTube? RH. Oh, RH. Yeah. RH is a mess, guys. And this is a low flow stock, if I remember. This thing is sitting like at did it change? 18 million. It's worth the price tag on this is $700. Be careful with this, guys. This ticker can really you know it just can rip your face off. Put it that way. It's a low flow that can move very aggressively, and then on top of that, this is why we like the volume so much. When you have volume, you don't have some crazy price action and some weird. I mean, the spread right now is $2, $3 on the spread. Actually, is more than that because you got to consider that here, and I know it's the pre-market and it's gonna get better. Don't count on this. Don't count 000. Don't count on that. That could be somebody sitting there with 10 shares. So you're really looking at this. The level one does a great job up here, guys. If you're not aware of this, the level one bid and ask here, this will skip all that zero and it will give you a whole lot numbers, right? So for example, 699 is a whole lot because you got 10 there, so that's 100. And then it skips down all the way to 705 because it has 100 there as well, right? So you got the spread on this is $6. I mean, and it does get better after the market open, but not by a whole lot. And part of the reason is, this price, sorry, not price, the volume. This does not trade heavy volume. It is just a mess. So be careful with this. This is pure garbage. Where's our garbage button? That is pure garbage there. You do not want to be trading that. So very careful with that thing. NVN this morning. NOVN. So no VN. Just starting to get going. Let's give it a little bit. What's the float on this? Let's give it a little bit. It's 14 million shares flow, so it's starting to get some action right now. Let's check if there's any news on Benzinga, NVN, NOVN. What do we have here? Looks like a rating, probably a price target upgrade to $30. All right, so that's good. Got a nice upgrade here to $30. I'm gonna put it here next to CAR-V. Let's see if that's gonna continue. I cannot tell by who. Looks like Fitzgerald, Cantor Fitzgerald. I don't know how big they are. I mean, the price upgrades are great when it's like really big companies. They actually stick. I'm not sure how big this institution is. So, but they got some volume going on right now. Let's see if that's gonna move on to anything. This is pulling back nicely. GALT. Got great volume right now, up 50%. Let's see if it's going to hold here and get above the VWAP. What we do not want to see on this low flow stock is kind of like the sell down, right, where it just doesn't find a support. We need to find some support and get back up towards the high of the day, start breaking that, and just doing some ABCD patterns would be nice if we can get that going. So we need to see that. What else? There. What's there up to? There, no, I don't know if it's a good one. We saw this yesterday. How did it actually trade? Let's take a look. Oh man, this is another one that's just garbage, guys. I mean, look at this. Look at this here. It's just not trading well at all. Very choppy. The good day was 2 days ago. It had 22 million shares traded, and even then, would it have been that would have been on the 7th. That would have been here, and it dropped down pretty nice. It dropped down pretty nice outside of that, right? It had a nice little drop here, good pre-market action, but again, I think the fun might be over on this stock, guys. So I wouldn't be watching this. This does not look good at all. CCIV could be interesting. Investors conference call on Tuesday. Buy the rumor today. Let's see. So CCIV right now up 2.8 could be interesting. And I like CCIV because they get volume. They traded well in the past before. I'm not a great trader of it. I think I really haven't traded this one, but you guys have plenty of times and done very well. So could be something. Maybe a possible. There we go. Possible right on there. So we'll throw that on there. Plug. I see a few people throwing out plug here. Let's take a look at plug. Not much going on Plug. It's early, but not much going on Plug right now. I don't like the way it looks as far as pre-market action and stuff like that. So we'll skip on that one. QFin. QFin. I did not like this yesterday, guys. And again, I'll show you what it did yesterday. You only had one initial drop that was decent, and even that was not great. From there, it just didn't do a whole lot, So it's a very questionable stock. Today you might not get a whole lot going on unless we start closing this gap very aggressively and trending nicely. I don't think you're going to get a lot on QFin today, so I won't be adding it to my list. I hope to find something a little bit better than this on on uh, on this Friday. So space space has a flight today, or test flight. What's going on with space? Just checking if there's any news on it. No, no news on it today. So space here this morning is getting some volume, 1.2. We definitely like that. So we are going to add this to our list this morning. 1.2 is nice. We'll put it on here. That's great volume very early on too. So I like that. Carlos, energy sector looks like it's going to move,
Good morning,
but
brother.
funny. Hey, good morning, my man. How you doing?
I'm all right. Yeah, Space tomorrow. It's their first actual launching Sir Richard Branson.
Okay, so that's gonna be good, guys. Yeah, they definitely got some volume going this morning. So, yeah, looking forward to see how that's gonna play out. Big day yesterday, like many stocks gapping up here. So, that is nice, guys. Good morning. If you're just joining us, Jarad was not able to make engineering the markets this morning, but we did do some coverage here and kind of went over some stuff and looked at some news. And we'll get started with our regular programming now for the pre-market show with Norm and I. So, if you have not done so already, guys, hit that thumbs up over on YouTube. We highly appreciate it.
That's
Helps us a
Sunday.
lot.
My mistake, Dan. Sunday, not
Sunday.
Saturday. Yeah.
The flight is Sunday. Okay.
Sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's all
I'm
good.
losing track. I'm losing track of days, man. I have t-ball practice with my son on Thursday evenings. I get to bed later than any other time.
Yeah.
I'm a
It,
little
it
scrambled up here.
is also a short trading week, so it throws everything off whack a little bit. Being off Monday and coming off a holiday, so yeah, I get it, man. Sunday, let's hope the weather holds up because I'm not sure how the weather is down there, but here, man, it has been just
I don't.
insane.
I don't think they launched from Florida.
Oh, they don't. Where they launch from?
No.
Oh, I didn't know that. Think
Yeah, they launched from New Mexico, maybe, or West Texas. New Mexico, that's right.
it's a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And they don't launch like a rocket. It launches, a plane takes off, takes it to altitude,
Yeah,
and then
it's
it drops
just
off. And so
yeah,
we'll
pretty
see.
interesting. We'll see how that goes. All right, guys, so take a look at our gappers list this morning. We have quite a bit in the green, as you can see here. Just a whole lot of stuff. Again, I don't, obviously, this is not all in play. I think you got a lot of stuff bouncing based on the drop we had yesterday. So they're just kind of getting a little rebound now from dropping yesterday. So we'll see where that goes. CarV is on here. A couple of low flows we'll look into. Not a whole lot in the red. Two low flows only, so not a lot to look forward to on that list. But yeah, we'll definitely get to this. We reviewed the stuff from that happened yesterday already early on this morning, so we're not going to go through that. We're going to go right to our SPY and what we have left for this last trading day of the week.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we had a big drop at the open yesterday, but then the market, bounced pretty well. You get those high volatility days. We always talk about this part of summer where it's, kind of ho-hum trading, but it doesn't mean that the volatility completely goes away. You don't have quite as few participants. It doesn't take quite as much to get the market moving. You see some volatility, then the algos start coming and trading. So you can get days here and there like that. That was kind of what we saw yesterday. This morning, and it held above the 9 moving average on the daily. So we're still right underneath all-time highs on SPY. And not. I think wholesale inventories are at 10 a.m. if I remember correctly. So not a whole lot of data today. We'll see how it goes.
All right, excellent. Hopefully, we have a better day than we did yesterday on here with the SPY. So looking good so far, guys. All right, let's get to it. Let's start with our gapping up list. We already looked at CarV. So CarV is on here. Again, they're up 24%, 2.7 million shares traded. If you guys remember the action yesterday, this thing got halted a couple of times on the way up. So just be very, very careful. Do not chase halts. That could end up like this. You don't want to be this guy getting in here and opening up. All the way down here,
Remember,
actually.
small. I mean, that's about the smallest float there you can get.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So it just be careful, man. This thing is at 553,000, not even millions, just thousand, right? So be mindful of that. So that is definitely a play. We'll take a look at that. We have RSLS. This one we've seen in the past before. It just doesn't trade well, man. This thing is, I'll stay away from it. I don't see anything fun about this stock at all. They're pushing volume around here and there. This low flow is just not good. So we'll skip
yeah.
on that one. HGEN. This one here is up 16.8 this morning, 532,000 shares traded. I'm looking all right so far. Is this a low flow? No, 54. So not bad. Volume for the most part is very light. This is why you have this crappy daily, right? They're not getting great volume down here, as you can see. Very, very light. So unless they're going to do anything spectacular today, we'll have to see. Already, they're trading what they trade on their entire day for most days, right? 535,000. That is what they do on every single day here, except this one. So maybe something's happening here. We'll see. We'll see. We'll put it as a very, very weak possible. I don't think it's gonna stay there, to be honest. I don't know. You know what? I don't know if I want to put it on my list. I'm not gonna put it. We're just gonna skip that. NVN. This low flow started to get going early. We did add it on here just to see where this is going to go. We'll see where it goes. I mean, they have an upgrade, but the bank that's upgrading them, I don't think they're any good. I'm not sure about that.
Who?
QFIN this morning, they are up 7.6. Again, this stock was okay. Yes, I mean not okay. This was horrible yesterday. Can it trade better today if it starts closing this gap? Maybe. Right now, pre-market action is not looking great. I'm gonna keep it off my list, guys. If it gets better, you can throw it back out to us. Emrin's a low float that we had a lot of fun with a few weeks ago, and now is up 7%. I like the daily on Emrin too because what you're seeing here, you had this pop, which again here you gotta be careful with the second day how it's gonna trade, but it has managed to continue to head higher. Now it has consolidated here. We're getting a little bit of a bounce. Are we looking to, hit towards some of these levels here? So that could be interesting. Their low flow sitting at 9.2. We're going to add it here in our low flow pile this morning. So that's looking good so far. Decent volume. TIGR, what do we have here? TIGR popping up. We put this on our list already, I think, didn't we? I thought we did. All right. Well, we
I don't
kind of
know.
spoke about
We've
it
got
a
a
little
ton
bit.
of these Chinese
Yeah.
stocks that are bouncing after getting just slammed because of Chinese regulation. So
TIGR is one that I know you guys like. I'm going to put it on here, but I'll tell you, I probably will not be watching it, but we'll go through it because I know a lot of you guys like that one. Atos this morning, this one is up 4.4. Pre-market's not looking great, guys. Daily's not looking any better neither, so we'll skip on this. Futu this morning, they are up 4.1, 177,000. Again, I just not seeing anything great here neither. We'll skip on that. GM usually doesn't trade very well, doesn't move a whole lot. They're up 4%, but their volume is very light though. We need more volume than that for GM. They will get that volume at the open. It's a nicey stock and it's a huge stock, and they tend not to do a lot of volume in the pre-market. I'm not sure if there's any news on GM. Maybe that's the only reason why we might even think about watching this. But again, not sure about that.
they got an
Sorry,
upgrade this morning, $85 price target.
85. All right.
Yeah,
That's
these guys,
that's very aggressive.
Ford and GM's electric vehicle efforts are blowing up, and so that's why they've seen this rise in the
Okay,
last
okay.
12 months
That
or so.
that makes sense. We'll see where that goes. I still don't trust it. I'm gonna put it here just in case, but we'll see. Again, these tickers just don't trade very well. I think that they can get to a price target of 85. We just might not have an opportunity to actually day trade it. So we'll see. All right, we got a bunch of stuff coming up here. We have EDU. We have Tao, which we know all about these Chinese education companies and stuff like that. So those are not very good. I don't like that. TME was the big drop here from Viacom and all of that. So what's going on with these guys? They're up 3%, but they trade horrible. I mean, we have fun with them here.
This is the same thing with this Chinese regulation that
I thought this was Viacom one. Okay,
no,
never
it's
mind.
10-cent music.
I'm confusing it. Okay, okay. All right, so yeah, I don't look at that. Let's look at stuff that we do like. Neo this morning. I will keep an eye on Neo. I like Neo today, so we'll keep Neo. We'll keep American Airlines getting a little bit of a bounce here this morning, guys. So I do like American Airlines. How about United? Let's see. Yeah, so American Airlines looks better. We'll keep American Airlines. CCL was good yesterday, so let's see if that's going to continue. I like CCL. We'll throw that there. And I'm going to stop here. NCLH is making an appearance as well. They're up 2.3 to 113,000. CLOV, no good. XBEV, you can look at that as well. Very similar to what NEO is doing, but NEO has a slightly more volume. Citigroup is on here as well. How the banks doing? This is a good pop for Citigroup. They're up 2.3 to 34. How about the rest of the
Yeah, all
banks?
the banks are popping up because interest rates bottomed out yesterday and have actually gone up like 10 basis points, which is a pretty big move in
Yeah,
24 hours.
that is pretty nice. So let's take a look. I don't like Bank of America. I do like West Fargo and maybe Citigroup. We'll put these two on here as a possible. See if they can do something today. Already looking pretty nice, up 2.3 and 2% on both of those already. So all right, let's stop here. Gapping down, guys. We have wait, Space is gapping down. Oh, okay,
Yes.
yes, it is. All right, so Space is gapping down 2.2%. We have that already. DBGI, this is low flow stock, so no good there, no volume. LMFA, this is,
Oh,
say it again.
LMFA.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, we should be laughing at this stock completely. This is a joke here. This is not good. Looks horrible, guys. So again, I don't see anything fun here. Yesterday did pop up and just look at this. I guess garbage. So we'll skip on that. All right, let's take it. Norm, anything you like on your end?
got a couple travel sectors bouncing back a little bit this morning. You already have CCL though, so I'll skip
Hmm.
that. And then Levi. I don't know how this will trade. They reported earnings last night and absolutely blew out numbers. So they're gapping up 4.3 this morning. Just hit the number to hit our scanners and see if it's even on there. Yep, it made the scanners. So not a whole lot of volume. It is NYSE trash. So who knows if it does anything? But it could be something worth watching later.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep, Hamish. They're on fire right now. People haven't bought new clothes in 15 months, and you know.
That is very true. All right, guys. What else you guys have? Let's start with our chat room here. Space is on deck, so that's fine. TBLT, we looked at that one more of a penny stock. Hamish, we have Levi, so that's good. SoFi. Let's see here. SoFi, they're up 1.7. The volume is not great. Daily's been getting slammed here over the last couple of weeks here. So I'm not sure. I don't see anything I like. And again, this thing could trade very choppy. I'm gonna skip on this one unless they have anything great. We're just gonna have to skip on that one. All right, heading down, we do have AMC. AMC, what's going on with AMC? AMC, big comeback day yesterday. Volume is great, 1.4. Their pre-market action is not, it's not as great as we see it. Don't get me wrong, this is still great pre-market action, but not as good as we've seen them do in the past. So we'll put them as a possible for now. And AMC, they're just getting back. They're getting back to that daily range where they get stuck at, where they were stuck at for some time. They're slightly below it, not quite in it. They're slightly below it, but let's see. Let's see what AMC does today. They're bouncing back here nicely of that 39. That was an area of prior support we saw there. Last time they did that, they bounced pretty nicely back into this range. Let's see if that's in the cards for them today. Already 1.4, not bad. So that's AMC. We're heading down. AGRI this morning. They are up 80%. What's going on with these guys? Recent IPO just opened up yesterday, so I doubt I will have a flow for this with trade ideas. AGRI. Yeah, I don't have a flow for this, but very active right now, up 80%, 5.1 million shares traded. No shares for short. I'm gonna assume is a well, you can't assume it's a low flow stock when it's like that. I'm just gonna put it here just to be careful with it, but we don't know what the float is on this. All right, BA. Yes, we have BA on here, guys. BA is on deck already. They had some news yesterday, some positive news. They popped up here late last. It's late last night. Yeah, late. No, before the close. Before the close. Yeah, before the close here. They popped up nicely, so that's good.
Agries, by the way, it's out of
Yeah.
Luxembourg.
Hmm.
Foreign probably won't be a great trader.
Yeah. And I don't like this because we don't have a whole lot of information either. I mean, we just don't have a lot to go by. There's no levels, and yeah. So let's get rid of it, guys. We just don't have enough on this. All right, so let's see. AMD. Do we have AMD on deck? We do not. Let's add AMD because I know AMD is a good one to watch. We'll look at Apple as well. AMD here, their daily has been real nice. Let's see if they can get going this morning. So I'm going to make room. There's some possibles here that I'm going to take off, guys. But like for example, TIGR, I'm going to take that off. I'm not sure yet on that one, but I'm definitely going to make room for AMD. I'm going to make room for Apple. I think these are two stocks you are really hot right now that you really got to watch, especially if the market is going to push a little higher today. This could be a whole lot of fun. So definitely adding Apple on here. Baba has room to bounce. Tariq, let's check. Baba, yeah, has a lot of room to bounce here. I agree. Start closing this gap a little bit here. So yeah, that could be interesting. They've just been killed. I mean, the Chinese government keeps messing with them. It's just so hilarious how the way they do things over there. And so we'll see. We'll see what happens with them. If you like Baba, definitely in play for a possible run here to close this gap. We'll see where that goes. All right. Yes, the banks are in play. JP Morgan, all of that. I have West Fargo and I have Citigroup on here. Let's see what JP Morgan looks like. That's another one that trades very decent this morning. A little bit less volume, but that's okay. Again, usually these nicey stocks don't have great volume. They're up 1.5. I got two already on here. I'm going to stick with those for now. AMD is good. Okay. All right, perfect. So that's what we have. All right, let's go over to our YouTube chat, guys. What do we have here? Levi, we do have Apple. Yes, we do have. That's very good. Tesla. I have Neo already. Tesla on here. It's okay. It's not great. Neo looks a lot better this morning than Tesla. Not to say that this is not cannot get better and get going here. But right now, Neo has a slightly more volume, better pre-market action. I'm going to go with that one right now for my EV. ST, is that Stamp? STMP?
Yeah, they're
I
going
think it's
private.
Stamp. Oh, they are.
That's a buyout.
Okay. That makes sense. So yeah, guys, this won't trade at all very well. So again, even if it was not that catalyst, man, this stock is brutal. It trades horrible. That's a really crappy stock. I missed AMC. No, we have it. Did I add on? Yeah, right on here. AMC is on here, guys. So that's good. That is on deck as well. mRNA we looked at earlier. I believe we added this. We looked at it very early on. Yes, we spoke about it, but guys, they could be in play for a possible breakout here. I don't like mRNA. I mean, I don't trade it very well, so I'm gonna stay away from it. But they look good for a possible breakout here. They had a great day yesterday, and I believe someone mentioned in the chat they had some kind of catalyst or news that on one of their RNAs. I think it was Chris MC that mentioned something. So that could be interesting. If you like that one, definitely put it on your list. Exla this morning. Exla here. This is where's the garbage button? This is a garbage stock, guys. This is not something you want to be trading. I hate it. It doesn't look good. Look at the daily on this. Look at the way this moves. It's just not great. So just be careful with that. I don't like that one at all. Pfizer, PFE.
Trades like shit.
Damn, I have to change my emoji now, my icon there, to upgrade to that. But I agree, it tastes horrible. Trades horrible. Guys, this one here, no. This is we spoke
Mr.
about
Hanky. Yeah, that's the Mr. Hanky of stocks.
yeah. So we'll skip on this. It's just no good. HGEN this morning. We looked at this. I think we look at it earlier. We did. We did not add it. So we'll see. At the moment, up 14%, guys. Started to get going. I don't like this daily on here at all. Is it a low flow stock? What do we have here? HGEN. It's a 54. No, I thought we added this, or at least we looked at it. So let's put it as a possible, guys. Possible, and it's a weak possible. It's not even that strong right now. All right. What else, guys? What else do we have? Pub M. What is that? Pub M. No good. No volume here. Not a great daily, and also the volume is horrible. We don't get volume on this at all, so we'll skip on that.
Somebody gave us PUBG the other day. Remember that?
Yeah, PUBG, the game. Now we have Pub M, which is not any better. So we'll skip on that. CarV, we do have down here on the low flow of Pio, guys. Again, very active this morning. Already 2.7 up 24%. Again, gotta be careful with this. Very careful. If you have FOMO from yesterday, not taking a trade, just delete it. Just delete it off your watch list. You do not want to have some of that FOMO kick in on this Friday and mess up your day, your week, your month. Just don't bother with that. GALT we do have that's on here, 9.9 million right now. I'm hoping that it keeps this base here. and it can push higher, that would be nice, or else it just becomes garbage, and we really can't watch it. No shares for sure on it at the moment, up 47% right now. So very, very active. Tennis. You want to go play tennis now because things are not looking good? It's definitely not a
I
ticker.
think he's talking about this, bud.
Oh, that. Oh, yes.
Well, I've
Okay,
got
there we go.
Wimbledon on up here.
Archon
And semis.
is no good, no good. It's just trash, guys. This is not looking great at all. So, we'll skip on this one. All right, that is where we are. Anything else, guys? We got a little bit of time, but I don't think there's a whole lot going on. We have a big list. We started a little bit early today, so we have a nice list already. Meow. Oh man, yeah, yeah. Um, Baba, yes, we have Baba on here. I think Baba is great, guys. Actually, we don't have it on here. We spoke about it. I think this could be a good one today for a possible breakout and closing of this gap that we have here. I don't like to trade Baba. I'm not great at it, but if you do like to trade Baba and you have success with this one in the past, this could be definitely a good one to watch, right? To keep on deck. For me, I'm just not great at it, but it does look decent this morning. This pre-market action for Baba is actually very, very good. They tend not to have a great pre-market action. They already have 330,000 shares traded, up 1.6. That is very nice and climbing, guys. So you're still getting some good activity on it in this pre-market. So definitely take advantage of that. All right, scrolling down the list. Plug we looked at earlier. I don't see anything great on it. Let's see if it has changed. Yeah, still nothing good on Plug. Very light on the volume. PLTR. We looked at this earlier today too. Starting to look a little better now. Starting to get some movement here towards the downside. That previous day close line there, but nothing overly exciting on it just yet. So throw it back out to us if you see something better later as we get closer to 9:30. But right now, not doing a whole lot. So Costco, the issue with Costco, though they had great sales, intraday trading them is brutal. So I believe they can go to 450 easily. It's just the ride up there is going to be very, very rough, my friend. This is just not a good intraday trading stock. And for the most part, these stocks where they're heavy priced like this, you're not getting any volume. They're just brutal to day trade. So again, swing trading, investing, you're doing very well here. But aside from that, day trading it's just very brutal to day trade this stock. All right, excellent. We're probably going to go to community announcements and events now because we are a little bit early, and we can always on the back end go over
We've
some
got a
more
long
stuff.
list. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. We can go over that.
All right, guys. Eamon's webinar is up. How to trade breakouts next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Back to the normal time. You're going to have Thor talking about how he reads level 2. Should be a very well attended webinar, Thor. Really looking forward to that one, brother. All right. And then Dr. Reed's webinar is up about the wisdom of the late, great Mark Douglas. That is posted if you missed it. I have not seen it, but I've heard some really great feedback. So don't know what is in the queue for next Wednesday. I know that we'll have something. There we go. Mike, saving the morning. It's going to be Mike doing proper psychology for trading, 8 p.m. next Wednesday. Thank you, sir. All right, if you want to participate in the member trade of the day, trade of the week, take a screenshot of your best trade of the day with entries and exits, of course, then add any commentary you can to that picture. Post it on Twitter, tagging at Bearable Traders, at MikeB_BBT, and at NormBBT. Also use the hashtags BBT Family, Day Trading, and Stock Market. We will pick a winner and announce that each afternoon on Twitter and in the room, and then take all the trades of the day from that week. The team will vote on them over the weekend and announce the winner on Monday for the trade of the week. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, haven't been in the room, use the promo code PREMARKET24. It'll get you a discount off the intro membership. That is 7 calendar days, 5 trading days, and then it just cancels itself. It does not auto-renew. You have to go, if you enjoy the room and it's a good fit, you have to go pick another membership option. Also gives you access to the onboarding classes each and every Monday night beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern. This will be taken down today, I think. Use the promo code Fireworks40 to get 40% off the annual Elite membership.
All right, excellent. Thank you, Norm. All right.
And hey, YouTube, please, I'll beg, hit the thumbs up button. It really does help. It really
Yeah.
does. It's little tiny action, but it means a lot to us. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
It sure does, and we have to get more likes than when Andrew is trading live, so then he doesn't feel too special. We got to do that, guys. All right, now that he's traveling, so let's give him some FOMO. You know how he gets when we beat him at something. He is so competitive, man.
We are gonna stay live with Thor and Brian though this morning, right?
Yes, we are. We're staying live with
Okay.
Dorian Bryan, so let's give those guys a big thumbs up there, guys. So PG has a great question. Maybe some of the other guys have thought about this, depending where you're located. So his question is, why do we have webinars so late at 8 p.m. Eastern time when other parts of the world, could be a different, could be extremely late, like 2 a.m. in the morning, as we've seen some traders join our webinar at 2 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, and the only reason, guys, is, man, if you guys been in our chat room and those new members, you will see this. We are live from 8 a.m. all the way to 4 p.m. All our moderators are live in
4:15
our
even
chat room.
sometimes, I think.
4:15, 4:30 doing earnings season.
Especially if it went, yeah, during earnings
Yeah,
season. There's
yeah. So
Korea.
so if we did not have families, we would probably continue 24 hours. But unfortunately, we have families you got to take care of, so we cannot
Don't even open that can of worms,
do
brother.
something at certain times. But again, guys, we have a lot going on. Now, the great thing about it is we do have all the live webinars are recorded, every single one of them in our education center. So you cannot miss it. You could definitely catch the recording. But again, good question, because I wish we could please every time zone, but unfortunately, we just cannot. Um, all right, Lauren, thank you for the super
Thank
chat,
you.
man. I appreciate that with that like button. Always supporting the channel. So thank you very much for that. We highly, highly appreciate it. So guys, hit that like button for the support there. It's amazing. Thank you very much. All right, let's get to it, guys. Let's start here with GALT this morning. This one here, it is up 46%. That's not the pre-market now, right? No. Oh, okay, about to say that's horrible. Okay, this is more like it here. Starting to find some support. I do like this one, guys, if it can get going. It is not a low flow stock. It's sitting over at a 41 million shares flow, so that's pretty nice there. Let's see where this thing is going to go. I have that on there. Very active right now. 11 million shares traded. Space, guys, although they got some positive stuff happening, they are down 2.7, 1.4 million. Big day yesterday. Maybe some profit taken here. I mean, that's a big pop from 44 to 53. Let's see where this is going to go. I definitely like what I'm seeing there. Very active pre-market action out of space this morning. Here's NEO. They also got some good volume, 761,000, up 2.4. That is looking great. I like that there. Here's American Airlines. I like the travel sector this morning, especially because they've been beat up so bad over the last couple of weeks. Hopefully they're getting some kind of relief here. Heading towards the top side, and also they're getting at an area where it starts to become value for certain people. They'll start jumping in here for the long to get back up, later down the line to 26, 25 or so price tag. So that could be interesting. Good volume on American Airlines. I like that one this morning. I do like CCL, although I wish the volume was a little bit higher. But again, similar situation like American Airlines. Let's see where this is going this morning. We'll keep those on deck. And then Levi, I'm probably going to move this down to a possible. But let's get through our possibles list first. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That makes 6 right there. I'm sure either AMD or Apple will probably take Levi a spot here. So I'm just going to move this one down now. We'll keep that. This will be a good possible for us to keep a close eye on. Our possibles list this morning, HGen, again, some movement happening here. I think it's a good possible for now. We'll see where this goes. Apple, I'm going to keep as a possible. I mean, it's got great volume, but we'll keep it on. Here's a strong one. AMD could be decent. AMC, I'm going to remove AMC, guys. I think that I know people will be watching this one. They'll call it out if something happens there. Also, we know this ticker very, very well. We can take advantage of the scanners. GM, I don't know. GM might surprise us today. What do you guys think? GM in our main list this morning might look good, up 4.1. Not bad pre-market right now, 400,000. This might be something. Let's see. CCIV can also be good. I think that's a good possible. BA, guys. I like BA. Not looking good pre-market right now, but when they get going, man, we've seen BA put some really, really good days here. They got some great positive news here on some tests continuing, so that could be interesting for them. DD's pushing some great volume around, guys. 1.9 million shares traded. Had a good start to this very early on for 4 a.m. here. Great pre-market, has kind of died down a little bit here at the moment, but we'll see. That's a good possible. I'm gonna remove Tiger, guys. TIGR. I just don't trade this very well. Now the banking stocks are up slightly. WFC is up 2.2. I like that one, and Citigroup is up as well. I'm probably gonna keep WFC. I'm going to keep WFC. I like that one a little bit better than most. So still a little too many on the secondary list. Let's fine tune this a little bit more. Levi will keep here. HGN, I like the movement there. I just don't know how clean the stock is going to be. I'm concerned it's going to just to be choppy. Looks like one of those stocks where all the action is going to be in the pre-market, and then the market open is just going to be trash. So we'll have to see how that's going to be. Apple doesn't look great, but again, we got to keep that one. You never know. AMD is good. CCIV, CCIV. No. I think CCIV's got to go today. Yeah, let's get rid of CCIV. I might regret that one, but that's okay. We're gonna make this list very fine-tuned for this Friday. BA is good. DD, DD. We'll see. We'll come back to this again later. Let's do some levels, guys. GALT. This one might not stay here. We'll have to see. 488, 490 high of the pre-market at the moment. Let's get to our daily here. We have a pop all the way up there at 520 and also at a 568. So a couple of stuff there on the daily towards the top side. Towards the bottom, great consolidation here. More resistance over at a 445. That's a good one there. The price right now is sitting at a nice level, this $4 mark. Also, you can see area of support right on here. Right there, you have some resistance slamming here, and then some more support happening here, and then just overall consolidation right on there for between May and June. So I am going to slam a level right on there where the price is at now. It's probably going to be $4. So we'll throw a level at $4 there, and then towards the bottom, another level here at 379. Let's see. This thing needs to start heading up towards the high of the day and start attracting people towards the top side. If it does not, it drops down to even off the list completely, because if it cannot hold here, it's not going to be a good one. We need this to hold, get back to 445, 489, and then start pushing higher towards that 568. It might not do it in the early in the market open, but it has to do that, or else it's just not a great stock at all. Space, very interesting, guys. I do like Space quite a lot this morning. They got great volume. They're down quite a bit here after a big day yesterday. 50.89 is the low of the pre-market. If we look at this daily, we got a couple of interesting levels here. Highs and lows from the last two trade days, creating a really nice support area here. Again, continues to hold above this 44, which is nice. Slightly above that, we do have 49.16. We'll slam a level there. So you're pretty much set towards the bottom, guys. Plenty of stuff happening here. You got some moving averages, highs and lows from the last two trading days. You're pretty good and set there. 54, actually the high of the pre-market is at 54 exactly. So 54 on the dot is your high of your pre-market. Covers this resistance area here and some of these right on here, and then above that, if we can get going, 57.29 on Space. So looking good right now, guys. I like the pre-market action on it. I like the news behind it. Let's see where this thing is going to go. Would love to see this thing pop up into the green and get a good trading day here. Already great volume on it. Here's Neo, guys. Oh, nice. I thought this thing was going to keep dropping, but got a little push up here. Some volume coming in heavy at the moment in this pre-market. Low of the pre-market is pretty much next to the high of yesterday. So I'm not going to mark that down. It's slightly above that. The high of yesterday will be more important, so we don't need to mark that there. I'm not going to mark the pre-market high, although it looks like we might be creating a new one right now. But I am going to mark down this level here. We have this over at a 48.35. I'm going to throw a level there. That could be a great area of resistance right on there. You got some good support happening here as well, so that's good. And then above that, you do have the highs from 2 days ago. Now, big gap there from here to here, from 48.38 over to 50.51. That's a nice gap. I think we have a midpoint area right on here, which is pretty good. 49.34 area of resistance and support. You got a couple of days opening and closing right around that area, so that's good. You know what? Where the price action is now, that high of the pre-market, I think we need to mark that down, because as I'm looking at the daily, you see it right here, this 47.21. That's a good level. We got a couple of days opening and closing right around that area, so you want to mark that down. And it struggled here this morning, and even now you can see the breakup above that. So throw that 47.21. That was a previous high of the pre-market there, but I think that can be a good level, especially if we start coming back down to look for some support that resistance can now become support. So let's slam that there. And I think you're pretty much set on NEO, guys. Great levels. Volume is starting to come in, get here over to 1 million pretty shortly. So that's looking very good. American Airlines this morning, up 3%, looking very nice. Right now, stuck between the highs and lows of the last 2 trading days. If we look towards the bottom, you're pretty much set. You do not need to add anything else. Don't complicate this. This looks very good already. Struggling at 20.95, high of the pre-market here. So let's put that there. 20.95. Again, you got a lot of support happening here. That's now becoming resistance, right? So let's see if we can break out of that. You got that moving average coming in as well. Above that, we do have a nice level here. Tons of touches over at 21.41. And then over here, very clear level, guys. Area of resistance over these 3 days here. And then great support over these, 8 days or so right on here. So that looks very nice this morning. So American Airlines looking very good, guys, today. I like CCL as well. It was great yesterday. Hopefully that can continue today. As again, both of these stocks been slammed pretty bad here. So hopefully we can get some relief now and see this moving higher there. So all right, over to GM. GM is on fire, guys. I like what GM is doing here. Normally we wouldn't like this stock as much, but today it could be a difference maker. Already 475, low of the pre-market 56, 57 to be exact, and then the high of the pre-market being created right now. We're struggling at the pre-market now. It is a great level. If you look at this right here in the daily, that's nice. I'm going to mark that down. Although the pre-market high can change, you do want to have this level on here. This 58.49. That's a great area of support that we've seen in the past that can now be resistance and can be support again if we come right back down. So breaking through that now, but you definitely want to have this level on there. It's just way too many touches to not have this level marked down, right? So I'll keep that on there. Now, slightly above that, here's the thing with GM. Their daily's not great, so some of their levels are a little funky. When you find a level like this, you want to add a lot of weight to it because they usually don't have a great daily creating amazing levels, right? Like you see on like a Apple or a AMD or stuff like that. Here, 59, 58, another great area. You got some support happening here, and I like the support. Some of you guys might think, well, why are you not marking down the wicks here? These are, mark down the wicks instead of the opening and closing. Well, what's happening here, guys? Every time this stock on this date gap down, it found a way to push up above this 59.58. So that means something to the stock, right? Every day on here, gap down, came down below that and found a way to close above this 59.58, except for this day, pretty close to it, right? So I want to have that down. And then you move over to the right and you see a lot more touches on here as well, resistance, support. So you definitely want to have that 59.50. That's a great target. If this thing wants to run, that is what I'll be aiming for, to put my risk and profit target analysis on that 59.58. Above that 56. We'll leave it there. If this thing can get above 60, man, we are rocking and rolling today. So we'll see where that goes. All right, so that is our main list so far. Secondary list, we have Levi. Again, good possible. They got some great numbers behind them. So we'll see how that's going to turn out. HGen starting to lose a little faith here this morning. We'll see. Apple is very good, although it's choppy, guys. That's okay. Let them push that volume around, and hopefully they can get into some great trading. As far as levels, we're pretty much set also. You do have your highs and lows right on here, doing an amazing job. You can't get rid of this 141.21. You're pretty much set here for right now. So we're ready for that one. AMD, same situation, guys. This one looks good. These two are my top possibles out of this list. BA is decent. DD, I love the volume, but I just don't know how great that's going to trade. I'm trying to see if we can remove something else from our secondary list, but I don't think we can. I think it's pretty much, I think it's decent. Not a bad secondary list. Now, again, guys, remember, if you're starting out, you do not need to watch every single stock on here. I sure don't, right? What I'm doing is I'm focusing on this top 6 right on there, right? I got 6 charts I can look at. Now, later down the line, like around 10:30, 11, when things slow down a little bit, if these are not doing anything fun, then I'll look at, what's the secondary list doing, right? Or if somebody calls out something on the secondary list that looks great, like an Apple or AMD, when Thor and Brian go live today, so make sure you hit that thumbs up, guys, to support those guys as we go live. You can quickly tune into that. You're all set for it, right? But again, you do not have to watch all these tickers. It's just way too many, right? It's not productive or efficient. Low flows of the day, no VN. It's not looking good even now, so we'll get rid of that. Let's get rid of that right there. Car V, very active right now. It's just going sideways, pushing volume around, but not doing a whole lot. But this will be fun to watch today. Emran, Emeren is also pushing some good volume this morning. I like this low flow stock because it has been able to keep up a nice trend here on the daily. So let's see if we're looking for a breakout here above 21.25 into this 23.75.25 area on Emeren this morning. So we'll see where that goes today. All right, that is what we have so far, guys. Let's take a look at our moderators lineup, see what we have going on there. Let me resize this and bring this over, and we can see what this looks like. All right, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that there. And here we go. All right, right over here. Perfect. And okay, let's take a look. So we are starting with IPOs for today too. You have RNAZ and also LDOC. Heading on down here, you do have a meetup. We have a meetup in the Phoenix area on Saturday, August 7th, guys. So make sure you RSVP for that. You do not have to be a member. There will be a link posted in the chat room shortly, so you can take advantage of that. So definitely RSVP if you're in the Phoenix area on Saturday, August 7th. So we'd love to see you there. Here's store, watch list, space, NEO, CCL, NCLH, secondary list, mRNA, and GM. Mike is looking at Apple, mRNA, and Microsoft. Dima, she likes Apple, XPEF, AMD, and I'm sorry, American Airlines, XPEF, AMD, and Apple. Peter's looking at AMD, NEO, space, American Airlines, GALT, and Apple. John, Futu, Baidu, and Bilu. Just kidding, Billy. Oh, anyone of you there. Tiffany's looking at Space, NEO, secondary, American Airlines, GM, and Baba. And Andrew's looking at Apple, Car V, AMC, NEO, and Emeren this morning. So again, pretty nice list. A lot of us are watching almost this very similar tickers here, guys. So that's good. Although we have an enormous gappers list. Notice how we're focusing on the same stocks, right? Just tells you that there's a lot of garbage on here that you want to be careful with not trading, like this RSLS. Now stay away from that. So be very careful on what you pick. Stamp is not even trading well today, so that's just a buyout. So just don't let the numbers fool you here. Don't go just to the top and start looking, up 64%, up 15%, 14%. Be very careful. Once you look under the hood, it might not look very good. So be mindful of that. All right, that is what we have. Norm, anything on your end that we can add or anything that I missed?
No, but it does look like we're going to have Andrew this morning trading. So he's got good
very
internet
nice
connection, and we got Thor on standby just in case. If you have not checked out Andrew's social media, specifically Instagram, Andrew, buddy, I saw these pictures of you hiking up this sheer cliff and then sleeping in a metal sphere suspended from a cliff. No, thank you. You enjoy that. I'm going to enjoy my bed.
I like the
that Rainbow Mountain was absolutely stunning.
That was nice. Do you see the car? Like a two
the
car
little
limo?
rickshaw thing or whatever it was. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
That is a great picture. I tell you, if we see that and the Andrew moves down to Peru because he has great food down there, best food he ever tasted, and he also has great internet connection. There's nothing stopping him. He might move down there. We'll see. All right, guys, that is what we have so far. Looking good this morning. Andrew and Brian are getting ready to go. We got a couple of minutes, about 5 minutes. Any questions, any tickers that look good, that are moving, that are not on this list this morning, we can take a look at them. Right now, let's take a look at the SPY, see what's going on here. Remember yesterday, guys, quick reminder, the SPY was very choppy, and so was the Qs, right? So if you look right on here, they are identical. The whole morning, they went on this chop here, and a lot of stock this suffered from that. And then around 11, you got this pop. So just keep an eye on the SPY this morning. Keep an eye on the Qs, especially as it's a Friday. It's summer. Volume's going to be a little bit lighter as well. Look at the Qs as well. Same situation, just stuck in here and then finally broke out. Just be mindful of that, right? If you see that things are not moving well and very choppy, do not force anything on this Friday. Very important. There are times of the year where you are going to crush it, and there are other times where you're going to say, man, there's just nothing happening, and that's okay as well. There it is. Let me share this with you guys. If you have not seen it, guys, you got to make sure you follow Andrew on Instagram at bearbootraders.com and also on Twitter. Look at this little thing over here.
I couldn't even fit in that.
Oh, man. Yeah. I'm surprised it's not can't tilt over or something. That's very nice. So there's 2 seats back there, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Very nice. All right, guys.
There's your Lambo. There you go.
There's your... I wonder how that thing makes it up that mountain or whatever. Man, very nice. All right, guys. Let me see. What else do we have? Space seems to be forming a downtrend here. Yeah, I like space at 1.7. Yeah, space is good, guys. Very active. And yeah, you know what? It's down a little bit, 1.6, but this is still a strong move right now. They had a big day yesterday, so don't be going. Don't be having a bias of this being weak today. Let's see what it does. Let's see what it does here when the market opens up. All right, I don't expect this to sell down by much, especially with some positive news behind it.
I don't know that that's still a catalyst. That was announced weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it is, but you know how people are. They tend to like
I
things when
mean,
they're
people
happening.
people will trade it maybe going into the weekend to try to get
Yeah.
something. Seems like
Let
a
me see if Brian
coin
is
toss to
on.
me.
Agreed, Brian. All right, so let's see if Brian gets on here, and then we'll have Andrew as well, guys. So, guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Eamon's coming in with his list. He is AP, ABT, OSTK, CarV, secondary list, PayPal, Nike, and CGC on his list there. So, looking pretty good, and we are set to go, guys. Guys, over on YouTube, if you have not done so already, please hit that thumbs up. Again, that little 2 second click there does a whole lot for our channel. So we really appreciate that. Help support Norm and I in the pre-market. Andrew and Brian going live. Jarad engineering the markets. Just a whole lot going on. We appreciate that support over from YouTube. So, and for those that have already hit it, thank you so much. We really appreciate the support.
Absolutely.
All right, we're all set, guys. All right, here is Brian with his list: Apple, CarV, and Space. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. That tells you a lot when Brian is only watching 3 tickers, my friend. Tells you what kind of day it is. We're very, very picky out there. So 3 tickers for him, maybe what he has so far. He'll add more as he comes on the mic. But right now, only Apple, CarV, and Space. Tells you what kind of day it is here. Got to be very, very picky. Oh yeah, Jason, I agree. Aben trades very different than the rest of the moderators. In his list, it shows that his list is completely different most times, and that's the great thing about trading. There's no right way to trade. There's a wrong way to trade, but there's no right way to trade and make money, which is the amazing thing, right? And the key thing here we see that in our education center and all the videos that we make. We're not forcing you to trade a specific style. We're helping you build your style because everybody's different, right? You're not going to trade like Andrew, like Thor, like Norm, like Brian. You're going to trade slightly different, and our job is to help you find that style as soon as possible with the least amount of headaches as possible. All right. Carvey is popping up here. No, I don't know. I think it's stuck still within this range, guys. We need to see something happen on this one right now. It's not doing a whole lot at the moment. Okay, let's check here. All right, excellent, guys. Over on YouTube, do not leave. We are transitioning from Norm and I over to Brian and Andrew. So stick around for that as we get ready for our live trading this morning. Oh, okay. Now Carvey is man. Can you tell the future here? Now Carvey is starting to get going here. There we go. We got a little action popping up here this morning. Nice. That's looking good. We're breaking out of this range that it was stuck in for the last 2-3 hours. All right, excellent. Vincent, so Stamp STMP is they're going private. Norm mentioned this earlier. This is why you see that price like that now. So again, it won't be tradable. It won't be in play as they do that. And even when the stock was tradable, man, it's probably one of the worst stocks we've seen as far as day trading. All right, it's Brian and Andrew log on. Let's take a look over our recap right now. GALT. This one is, again, I'm just concerned they might not pop here, so might be more of a possible, really. Space is good, looking very nice there. Great volume at the moment. Neo's came back down here below this 47.21, but it's great volume there as well. American Airlines, a little bit of, things are pulling back a little bit here. Let's see. Except GM. GM continues to push higher, so We'll see. Yeah, SPY's pulling back a little bit, so kind of shows you which tickers are kind of following what the market is doing. We'll see what that's going to lead to. But yeah, GM. I have GM on my list today. They're looking pretty good this morning. All right, there we go. We got Brian on. Good morning, Brian. How you doing today? Brian,
Morning,
Brian.
Brian.
Hey, good morning,
Oh,
guys.
there you go. All right, excellent. Good morning. Guys, over on YouTube, Norm and I are going to hop off. Thank you so much for your support there. Stay tuned for live trading with Brian and Andrew next. We'll see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend. Stick around for Brian and Andrew. Take care, guys.
Take care, guys. Trade safe.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks, Carlos and Norm. Have a good weekend. If I don't talk to you again.
Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me, guys?
Yep. Little muffled.
This echo. I think, Brian, we're not going to stream live, so I think what you can do is you can actually go directly to the chat. And
Okay.
yeah, so thanks, YouTube guys. Sorry, there's a little bit of an issue here with our echo. Next week we'll start live streaming live because you're also not giving us enough like. No, but seriously, because I forgot to bring my headphone here, so if you do live stream, the room chat would the sound would be a little crazy. So I do apologize for that. Starting next week, I'll fix it. So thank you so much. Good morning, everybody. Sorry, I missed a couple of trading days. I'm now in Varas in Peru. It's like Chamonix in Peru. It's the capital of mountaineering of this area. It's really beautiful. So I arrived this morning. I have today, and then next week will be 3 mountains that we're gonna climb. How are you, Brian?
I'm doing good. Doing well, thank you. Yeah, I'm just trying to find some stuff that looks kind of interesting, and looks like the Chinese stocks are making a bit of a rebound here. But there's nothing that's really trading that I'm too crazy about at this point. So we'll see what happens at the open. Funny that Apple and Microsoft and Amazon are all down. They've been the ones that have actually been green while everything else has been red. So we're getting a flip day.
So CRV, Carver Bancorp.
Yeah.
This is a low stock. Yesterday went up to 40.
Yeah, I know. We were playing that yesterday. Yeah. And then it really leaked off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's on high too, huh? It looks like no, it's actually not all time high for it. Back in 2009,
it's only got like just over 500,000 shares. Looks like it's going to go through 30 here.
Yeah, be careful of share size, guys.
Yeah, and be careful going right now because it, usually the last couple minutes for the open, these things will start to pull back.
AMC on the daily chart, so popped up yesterday, and now I'm not really a big fan of the pre-market on it. But potentially new popped up. What was this pop at 9 o'clock? Is there a news or something came on for it?
I don't know. Yeah, it just seems like all the Chinese stocks are up. I see TAL up. Lee is up. Billy, Baidu, Baba, JD. Neo has news. Okay. Neo had a battery day. All right. Qs have been slowly leaking off here during the morning. SPY, not doing anything. This may be this could be a lame day. I mean, the fact that next week earnings starts Friday afternoon, Friday on a summer day. So it's so we'll see what happens.
So everyone should be able to see my screen. Maybe you can switch the channel from Carlos to me. Yeah, I should be able to see. If not, refresh that. Neo, yeah, Neo is also interesting. Neo is doing a consolidation. If I want to find a level on Neo, the most obvious one is about 48.56.